Everything will turn out right, the world is built on that. You should never ask anyone for anything. Never. And especially from those who are more powerful than yourself. Follow me, reader. Who told you that there is no true, faithful, eternal love in this world? May the liar's vile tongue be cut out. Follow me, my reader, and me alone, and I will show you such a love. But what can be done? The one who loves must share the fate of the one he loves. Cowardice is the most terrible of vices. Yes, man is mortal, but that would be only half the trouble. The worst of it is that he's sometimes unexpectedly mortal. There's the trick. The tongue can conceal the truth, but the eyes, never. Punch a man on the nose, kick an old man downstairs, shoot somebody or any old thing like that, that's my job. But argue with women, in love? No thank you. What would your good do if evil didn't exist? And what would the earth look like if all the shadows disappeared? Everything passes away: suffering, pain, blood, hunger, pestilence. The sword will pass away too, but the stars will remain when the shadows of our presence and our deeds have vanished from the earth. There is no man who does not know that. Why then will we not turn our eyes toward the stars? Why? Just like a murderer jumps out of nowhere in an alley, love jumped out in front of us and struck us both at once. There is no greater misfortune in the world than the loss of reason. In the first few seconds, an aching sadness wrenched his heart, but it soon gave way to a feeling of sweet disquiet, the excitement of gypsy wanderlust. Actually, I do happen to resemble a hallucination. Kindly note my silhouette in the moonlight. The cat climbed into the shaft of moonlight and wanted to keep talking, but was asked to be quiet. Very well, I shall be silent, he replied. I shall be a silent hallucination. And now tell me, why is it that you use me words good people all the time? Do you call everyone that, or what? Everyone, the prisoner replied. There are no evil people in the world. Once upon a time there was a lady. She had no children and no happiness either. And at first she cried for a long time, but then she became wicked. Why try to pursue what is completed? And a fact is the most stubborn thing in the world. Who told you that there is no true, faithful, eternal love in this world? May the liar's vile tongue be cut out. Nobody should be whipped. Remember that, once and for all. Neither man nor animal can be influenced by anything but suggestion. The most amazing combinations can result if you shuffle the pack enough. Not causing trouble, not touching anything, fixing the primus. I'll go to bed, forget myself and sleep. Manuscripts do not burn. The whole horror of the situation is that he now has a human heart, not a dog's heart. And about the rottenest heart in all creation. But why don't you take him with you into the light? He does not deserve the light, he deserves peace. One can find time for everything if one is never in a hurry. No one's fate is of any interest to you except your own. I challenge you to a duel. Screamed the cat, sailing over their heads on the swinging chandelier. There's only one degree of freshness, the first, which makes it also the last. A dog's spirit dies hard. Clever people have been pointing out for a long time that happiness is like good health. When it's there, you don't notice it. But when the years have passed, how you do remember happiness, oh, how you do remember it. The hope that there she would manage to regain her happiness made her fearless. I suppose that, in no educational institution, can one become an educated person. I don't have any special talents, just an ordinary desire to live like a human being. Remove the document, and you remove the man. They were arguing about something very complex and important, and neither of them could refute the other. They did not agree with each other in anything, and that made their argument especially interesting and endless. This 20-year-old boy was distinguished from childhood by strange qualities, a dreamer and an eccentric. A girl fell in love with him, and he went and sold her to a brothel. Once more and for the last time, the moon flashed above and broke into pieces, and then everything went black. She had a passion for anyone who did something top-notch. Why do smart people exist, if not to figure out convoluted problems? Obedient to constraint, I was compelled to submit. He was coming to understand he could not come to rectify anything in his life, only forget. Eyes mean a lot. Like a barometer. They tell you everything. They tell you who has a heart of stone, who would poke the toe of his boot in your ribs as soon as look at you, and who's afraid of you. His swearing is methodical, continuous, and apparently entirely senseless. Man is mortal, and as the professor so rightly said, mortality can come so suddenly. There is absolutely no necessity to learn how to read, meat smells a mile off, anyway. But this is what disturbs me: if there is no God, then, the question is, who is in control of man's life and the whole order of things on earth? It's nice to hold on to a holiday midnight a little longer than usual. The time had come to act, to drink the bitter cup of responsibility. People who think you can use terror are quite wrong. No, terror is useless, whatever its color, white, red or even brown. Terror completely paralyzes the nervous system. For some, a prologue, for some, an epilogue.